Hello, and today in our medical textbook on page 16 we're doing tissue. I'll read through the text first and then we'll do the new words. Tissue is a group of associated, similarly structured cells that perform specialized functions for the survival of the organism. Tissue means a part of an organ or organism. Tissue is different from organ. Organs are made up of more than one kind of tissue. The heart is an organ. It has muscle tissue. It has connective tissue, like the endocardium, the thin layer that lines the heart. So the heart is an organ made from different tissues. There are 6 kinds of tissue in a human body. The first is covering tissue. It includes the skin and the inner surfaces of the body, such as those of the lungs, stomach, intestines, and blood vessels. Because its primary function is to protect the body from injury and infection, covering tissue, or epithelium, is made of tightly packed cells with little intercellular substance between them. There are about 12 kinds of epithelial tissue. One kind is stratified tissue found in the skin and the linings of the esophagus and vagina. Another is simple columnar epithelium, which lines the digestive system from the stomach to the anus. Glands are formed by the inward growth of epithelium, for example, the sweat glands of the skin and the gastric glands. Outward growth results in hair, nails, and so on. The second kind is connective tissue, which supports and holds parts of the body together, including the fibrous and elastic connective tissues, the adipose, fatty tissues, and cartilage and bone. Elastic tissue found in ligaments, the trachea, and the arterial walls stretches and contracts again with each pulse beat. Hard connective tissue is the major component of skeletal system in mammals and adult vertebrate animals. They provide a framework for the organs. For example, skull bones protect the brain, and rib bones form a cage around the lungs and heart. They also store calcium, a mineral essential for the activity of nerve and muscle cells. The soft core of bone, the bone marrow, is the site of formation of red blood cells, certain white blood cells, and blood platelets. The blood is the third tissue. Muscle tissue is the fourth. The nervous tissue the fifth, and glandular tissue the sixth. An adult human has 206 bones, which accounts for 14% of the body's total weight. The longest and strongest bone is the thigh bone, which at maturity is about 50 centimeters long and 2.5 centimeters wide. The smallest bone, the stirrup bone, is one of 3 tiny bones buried within the middle ear. It is only 0.18 centimeters or 0.07 inches long. And now for some new words. Associate, udružiti, vezivati. Survival, opstanak. Layer, sloj, Inner, unutrašnje. Tightly packed, nabijeno ili tesno. Intercellular, međućelijski. Stratified tissue, slojevito tkivo. Columnar, u obliku stuba ili stubasto. Support, podrška. Cartilage, hrskavica. Marrow, srž. Connective tissue, vezivno tkivo. Covering tissue, pokrovno tkivo. Injury, povreda. Glands, žlezde. Lining, obloga. Fibrous, vlaknasto. Stretch, rasteže. Contract, skuplja. Framework, radni okvir. Cage, kavez. Maturity, zrelost. And that's about it for now. Don't forget to do the 5 questions on page 17. What is tissue? How many kinds of tissue are there? Can you say whether some organs are made of more kinds of tissue? What is the primary function of covering tissue? What is the other name of it? How many kinds of epithelial tissue are there approximately? That's all for now. Bye-bye.